7:14 on this Friday. At microphone number 2, ready for This Week in Real Estate is Bob Zdora. Of course, Century 21 LeMac Realty is the home of the Z Team for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. RetireToArkansas.net.
Wow. A few changes going on around here. You did a great job with the air conditioning, Jeff. I appreciate that. It was a little sticky in here. It was a little humid with all the rain. And that's kind of the thing, all this moisture. And with all the rain and all the leaves that have been knocked down to the ground, you're not going to get them up probably today, tomorrow, but as it dries out a little bit, you want to take a look at your house and go out there, get the stuff swept up, get it piled up. You can't burn in the city, as we heard the mayor talk the other day. Don't be blowing them out into the street, but get the leaves picked up. And
you can burn in the city with permission.
Right,
yeah,
but don't blow them out. You can't burn them out on the curb and stuff like that, not in the street. So
need to have a burn area.
Yeah.
They've had some issues. What's going on is they've had some issues with the drainage system.
Sure,
like if you burn in the ditch and that washes in the drain, and then they have to go and unplug everything.
Sure,
so just, make you a little burn pit. So.
Burn the stuff up, clean the houses up, and part of what we've been doing, we are senior real estate specialists, which is a designation from NAR, the National Association of Realtors, and we've had that for a little while, and it's something that we feel that we're going to try to make better use of, because it's not just for the senior, it's for the family, as you talk about all the time with, when the kids are coming down, and people trying to help people out, people that are helping people with their estates, things like that. We can help with all of that. I mean, we've been to, like I said, the designation comes from going to school and taking the classes and taking the follow-up continuing education that's required of that. And we've had good success in helping people downsize, helping people move to a better location, help people move into senior housing, whatever the case, anyone's individual need is. We can help with that, and we want to try to help as many people as we can because, one, that's what we do, but just to do the right thing for folks and to make sure that they're getting what they need, and to be realistic with them and to be forthright and honest in that when we tell you something that this is what's going to happen, that it's pretty much going to happen. We're not going to – I'm not a big – rainbows and unicorn guy, when it comes to telling people this is.
You come in with realistic talk, understanding the situation, and a caring spirit.
Yeah, I mean, it's because if you're ready to go to the next phase of your life, whatever that may be, whether it's going to Florida, Chicago, Dallas, whatever, or to a senior home, to some sort of assisted living if that's necessary, to just to downsize, to come in from being out a little bit and to come into town and move into a little condo or something. We're closing a house today, and that's what those folks have done. They had a big house, and they just, you know what? My time is more valuable than worrying about cutting 3 acres of grass and taking care of a 3,000 square foot house and keeping it clean and dusted and everything else. They're moving into a smaller condo. Now all of a sudden they've got all this time that they forgot that they had because they didn't have it because they were tied up doing other things, and we're able to help people.
I remember the same scenario. I've talked about my grandparents at Poplar Bluff many years where my family would go there. Well, my dad and his 3 brothers all had families. Well, pretty soon it was, hey, Mom and Dad, why don't you come here?
Yeah.
So you have the big house so everybody can gather at Thanksgiving, Christmas. Then as the grandchildren start getting older, it's easier for the grandparents to travel.
Sure.
And they don't need that big of a house.
And you're taking, those memories are with you forever.
Yeah.
Those memories they're from that house. It's not like it's a ghost that it's attached to that house. I mean, those memories are going with you. Mm-hmm. You're going to take your photos. You're going to take your personal things. No matter where it is you're going to go to. So everyone's circumstances are different. We will help you get to where it is you want to be. And I'm going to be honest with you, because it's not worth me telling you, oh, yeah, I can get you X amount of dollars for a house that's only worth Y. And because you're going to be frustrated at me saying, how come I don't have any showings? How come I'm still here? You told me you were going to get me out of here. Well, the only way I can get you out of here is what the market is. This is what these types of homes, and every home is unique, I understand that, but these types of homes sell for in this market. Now, the market is up some, but it's not. This isn't 2007 and 8 where it was like on a rocket ship here. The market is trending upward nicely, but it's not. We're not at that point. And the reason we're still in this mess now is because of what happened in those years. So the market is what the market is. The market is going to be used by an appraiser when they come to give someone a mortgage. An appraiser is going to come out from the bank and say, we will loan X amount of dollars on this house. That's what gives it the value. I mean, even people that come out of pocket, we get some that will come in and pay cash. But that's still got to be based on if I have a buyer and I'm taking them out and showing them, I'm going to show them, here, this is what these houses sell for. I don't care what the guy's got on the sign that he says he wants for it. This is what the house is worth. This is what the house, there's going to be some, like I say, some variation on any individual house, but it's not going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars or 20 or 50,000 of dollars. It's just not there. So I'm going to be honest. People don't always like to hear. Linda says sometimes we feel like we're the angel of death when we go. When we go through, because people say, "Well, I got to get." Well, what you think you got to get, and what then stay, which is the other option. If the financial end of it is that important, and you're not in that big of a hurry to go, stay. My God, it's Mountain Home. It's not Detroit. I mean, this isn't a bad place to be quote unquote stuck at. You could do a lot worse. So. We have sold in the, what have we been there, 7 years now, in the 6.5, 7 years we've been at Century 21. We have sold over 160 of our listings have sold. It doesn't sound like a big number, but believe me, that's a huge number. That's the number one in the company for our listings. More of our listings have sold than anyone else's in that period of time. That's a huge number. And I'm not the owner. I'm not, we don't have all the listings. We're not, some of the smaller companies that's what they've got. There's a lot of people out trying to sell stuff and trying to list stuff. Ours sell because they're priced well. Linda being the stager that she is, she can come in and we put things in where they should be. And I'll come through. I'm a big light bulb guy. People have got these little Curely light bulbs that don't go on right away and stuff. Go get real light bulbs, put them in there, spend a couple bucks. Yeah, I know what you spent for this. You're going to save money. We're going to all go hug a tree. When agents walk through and people walk through, when they hit that switch, they want light, and they want a lot of light. Mm-hmm. So those types of things, when we come through and walk through homes, we'll move a sofa over a few feet to make it a better walkway as you come through. Maybe move a photograph, take a photograph down. Put stuff, rearrange things in the closets and stuff, because you're moving. You're moving. It may not be tomorrow. It might be tomorrow, because we've had that too. Mm-hmm. It may not be for a couple of months, but you're going to be moving. So we start to pack that stuff up, because you mentally need to start to move as well. You need to make that jump from it being your home to just being a house that you live in. And there is a difference. There's a mental difference between your home. We had a great house in Big Creek, but it was never our home, and we knew it was never our home. It wasn't a bad place to be when we were marking time. Now we're in our home, and that's the difference. And everybody knows themselves what the difference is. And when you can make that jump from being your home to just being a house, it's much easier for you to make that break, and it's much easier for you to sell. So, like I say, we can help with that. We're actually pretty good at this. I mean, it's what we do. It's what we've been blessed by God in our encore career. We have truly been blessed in being able to help people to reach their goals and reach the next stage of their life. And the same with people coming down, kids buying their first home, being able to help them as well. I mean, we're a retirement community, quote unquote. But man, you look at the schools, look at the number of kids that are in schools and the kindergartens. We're not a retirement community solely based on that. We got new industry coming into town. There's new things opening up all the time, and being able to help people with their needs is what we try to do, and I think what we've been most successful at.
The awards prove that.
Well, we've done okay. I mean, I got no. My honey Thank God. She stays on me. She's the driving force, and she's the follow-up queen, and she makes sure that the things get done. I got things that I do, but there's things that she does as well, and she does her things very, very well, and I'm thankful for that as well.
Mm-hmm.
This week in real estate, there were 51 new listings came on, 16 parcels of land, 8 commercial properties, 27 homes came on the market. They came on in a range of $450,000 to $750,000. The average price coming on this week was $171,000. There were 41 sales this week. 4 parcels of land, 2 commercial properties, 35 homes sold this week. It's a pretty big number. Those homes sold in a range of $16,000 to $460,000. The average sale price was $134,000. The average listed price when those homes came on the market was $143,000. 174 days on market for those 35 homes. $4.7 million closed this week. In residential, that's in residential real estate.
You were 1.8 last week or 1.7, I think?
We're going to be at one. Where am I at here?
And you're what, 4 point? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
4 point what? 4.8.
4.7 this week. 44 properties expired.
The banks love you.
The banks, the carpet guys. I stopped. I bought a new sofa today and talking to over at Butler. And talking to the owner over there, and all that, when we were talking about the number and how the market has gone up this year, and he looked at his numbers and he was right in the same range, because there's a cause and effect. I mean, when somebody comes down, we generally, when we're looking at homes with people, I'll tell them, if you got Aunt Martha's break front or some real good keepsake piece for you, bring that. But for the most part, the furniture that you have in the house that you're in now isn't going to go into the house that you're going to buy here. Different sizes, different floor plans, different color schemes. The flooring is different, whatever it may be. And for what it costs to move. Moving is an expensive proposition. Mm-hmm. So if you can come down here, I tell people, we got some great stores down here. You can buy new stuff. You're beginning a new start a new phase of your life. Buy new stuff. You're going to be so much happier. And the people that we talk to that have done that have been just to get that fresh start and that fresh squeak on the sofa when you sit down on it.
New house, new couch, new recliner.
Yeah, it really makes a big difference. As of this morning, there were 926 homes on the MLS. So we're down about 100 homes over the past, from July. 454 in Mountain Home, 50 in Both Shoals, 24 in Norfolk. For 2014, there were 748 sales for $90 million. For 2015, year-to-date, there's been 817 sales for $101.2 million.
You're already...
So we're over 100, 101 million.
And this is the first week in November, so
for
you've really got
the first
about
weekend, so
4 good selling weeks left.
Yeah, well, and it's not... Now, the problem now is going to be stuff that's been under contract already, because we're starting to run into issues with some of these banking rules that have changed. So stuff that we used to be able to get done real quick, if there's a loan involved, it's going to take a little bit longer. I've got Chris Nassari is going to come on the 20th.
Yeah, on the 20th.
And we're going to go over some of this stuff to kind of explain to people a little better what it is, how the processes have changed, and what you can do to make your situation better, both as a buyer and as a seller. So that look, a couple weeks we'll get that one done. But there's 69 more sales year to date and $11 million in sales. That's just residential. That's not anything else. So the market is getting better. I can't tell you that the prices are what they were in 7 and 8, because they're not. It's a slow rise, and it's going to take a little while. But you got a line that I use when I talk to people: you can make more money, you can't make more time. And if there's something you want to do, you need to be doing it. Whether you can physically make more money, whether it's changing the way you live your life, whether it's not eating out 3 times a week, eating out twice a week, or whatever the case may be, but you can make, your time is more valuable.
Phone number, location.
Phone number is 870-405-0793. We're at the main office across from McDonald's, but please call Linda. Make appointments, because you're going to come in and you're going to be disappointed we're not there. 870-405-0793.
Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team, Century 21 LeMac Real Estate for all your real estate needs. 405-0793. Coming up on news time, and I think we got half of Mountain Public Schools
It
out in
seems
the lobby. We'll be right back.